my name's Richie from MSD Pro Sport Therapy. I'm one of Europe's master trainers with StickMobility. I'm going to take you through a quick body warm-up from head to toe, just to work through the joints range of motions to get you ready for a more progressive exercise routine on the sticks. So just to start with, I want you to take a position called the horse stance. So you're going to drop down with the knees and just have a little forward tilt with the pelvis, just to make sure your spine is brought into a nice neutral position. From that position there, I want you to lift the stick, hold it in the middle, and you're going to hold it with a good tight grip with your fist level with the shoulder. So shoulder, elbow, wrist, nice and level. And we're going to start with propelling the stick. So we're looking for a full rotation of the wrist, through the forearm, into the elbow, and into the shoulder. We're going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. Maintaining control through the whole movement. We're not letting the stick dictate the control. We control the movement, slowing it down at the end, and then rotating around in the opposite direction. Good. Now I want you to take the stick upright, and we're going to start casting. So the bottom of the stick is going back and forth. Again, maintaining control, making sure our elbow is staying level with the shoulder, as is the wrist. If you find that dropping, just bring your finger underneath, just to give yourself a little bit of a cue. Good. And hold that movement again, 20 to 30 seconds. We're now going to bring the stick so it's level with the floor, and we're going to take it forward to back. Again, maintaining our posture, nice bent knees, always breathing, and just rotating that stick back and forth in a hammer position. Now we're going to take the stick back up to upright and just stir the pot for another 20 seconds. So the bottom of the stick is going to create nice smooth circles, not too big, and we're just going to hold that. Good. Now we're going to repeat exactly the same thing on the other side. So left hand, good solid grip, arm nice and straight, level with the shoulder, and we start propelling the stick. So rotating left through to right, feeling the wrist move through its whole range of motion, through the elbows and into the shoulders. Good, all the way through. And again, you're going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds, just working through that movement. Good. Next one, take the stick upright, and we cast. So the bottom and the top of the stick are just moving back and forth, nice and controlled movements. Again, maintaining posture, bent knees, neutral spine. Good, and then we bring the stick so it's level with the floor and move into hammerheads. Again, trying to keep the arm as still as possible, not letting the arm drop, not letting the elbow drop, everything's level with the shoulder. Good, 20 to 30 seconds, and then down, and stir the pot again for another 20 to 30 seconds. Nice smooth circles, just with the bottom of the stick. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. The next one, we're going to take the stick, we're going to hold it slightly wide in the shoulder, drop into the horse stance again. Remember, little tilt of the pelvis to bring it back into a neutral position. And I want you to pull the stick apart at about 30% of your strength. Take it up above your head, as far as you can behind. Good. And come back down. Now push the stick in so the hands are moving towards each other. Push in, go up above the head. 30% of your strength. Down and back down. Pull the hands apart again. The hands aren't going to move on the stick. You're just pulling them apart, but they're staying where they are. We go up. 30% apart with the hands. Rotate all the way around to your left. Good. All the way around to the right hand side and back down. Now we're going to push back in again, up, all the way around to the right, good, all the way around to the left hand side, in, and back down. This time I wanted to pull apart on the stick and to get 30 to 40%, so a little bit extra, up above the head, take it as far back, and we're going to bend down to the right hand side, pulling with the bottom hand, so in this case the right hand side, the right hand is pulling, then we're going up, and pull down to the left hand side, and the left hand side, but we're splitting the hands. The right hand's pulling up, whilst the left hand is pulling us down. Good. And back up to the middle, stick down to the waist. Now we're going to push the stick in, 30 to 40%. Go up. Going to go down to the left hand side. This time the right hand is pushing against the left. Good. Up. And now down to the right hand side where the left hand is pushing the right hand down. Good. Up. down. Nice. So this time we're going to pull the stick apart, 30 to 40% again, up, and we're just going to come down for 5 shoulder presses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, push the stick in, 30 to 40%, up, 5 shoulder presses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, and relax. So now we'll work through the shoulders and the wrists. A little bit of work through the chest just to open the chest and bring some thoracic rotation into the movement. So I want you to take the stick with your palms facing upwards and holding as wide as you can. Dropping down into horse stance. I want you to bring your right hand in front as your left hand is going to come up at 45 degrees behind the body. So as your right hand comes up, we're going to turn and look at that hand and stretch the left hand out behind us. Again, pushing the stick in at 30%. So up to the right hand side. So the right hand comes up behind, and the left hand is driving the right hand straight up behind. Look up at the right hand, and make sure we're going into a full stretch. Again, left hand side. Full rotation, looking behind us, looking at that top hand. Breathing in. Breathing out as we go to the right hand side. Good, one more each side. Breathing out. Good, squeezing the stick, don't forget to keep that tension in the stick the whole time. And then around to the right hand side. Good, come back and relax. We're now going to move down into the hip area and just start to free the hips up and get some movement more into the lumbar spine and into the hips. So I want you to take again the horse stance. Now just remember to come down, drop the knees, and have your hips in that nice neutral position. So we're going to look at pelvic tilts, forwards and backwards. But I want you to take the stick, holding it just at shoulder height, nice straight arms. The stick is angled slightly away from you, so the bottom of the stick is going to be closer than the top. You're going to push down into the ground at 30 to 40%, and then I want you to tilt the pelvis as far as you can forward. Nice arching of the back, squeezing the bum cheeks together. So good engagement of the glutes. Good, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to create that nice lumbar curve by pushing the pelvis back and out. So look, forward and back. Nothing else is moving, just the pelvis, just the hips. So forward and back. Good, keep going. Forward, breathing out, and back as we breathe in. Forward and back. Forward and back. Really bringing tension, pushing the stick down into the ground and making sure we're really driving that backside out behind us. Come through with control, work through the tension, driving the hips forward, engaging the glutes, and back one more time. Now we're going to go left to right, so exactly the same position, but we're going to take the hips to the left, out, now to the right. Good, to the left, same thing, driving the sticks down into the ground, maintaining posture, maintaining our breathing. Left, right, good, left, and to the right. Now we're going to go forward, right, back, left. Forward, right, back, left. If you see, we're working in a clockwise motion. So keep the sticks driving down into the ground. Big circles with the hips now. I like to call this the John Travolta. Get a little bit Saturday Night Fever on us. Good. So take that 3 to 4 times around. Now we're going to stop and move anti-clockwise. Exactly the same movement. It's a movement we should do every day. If you've got lower back pain, it's really good to help unblock what's going on down in the lumbar spine. Get them hips moving. Nice and relax. The next movement we're going to do is to start moving us down into the legs and into the knees and into the ankles. So we're going to take the whole stance again. Same position as we were just in. So the stick is going to be angled slightly away from us. The bottom of the stick is going to be closer than the top. We're going to take the hands. We're going to put one hand on top of the other, between shoulder and eye height, so around the mouth. Push the stick down into the ground. Now we're going to come up onto our tiptoes, but we're not going to allow the hips or the shoulders to move. So the hips and shoulders are going to stay stationary. So as we come up, it is literally just, if you watch again, just the ankles and the legs that are moving. If you imagine that everything from the hip upwards is cast in concrete. So we're going to come up, pushing up into the big toes, driving down into the floor with the stick, and back down. Don't let the heels touch the floor, keep them about 1 centimeter off the ground, up, and back down. Good. Up, and back down. Keep working, up and down. Up and down, we go up and down. This time we're going to go up. Now we're going to shift across to the left hand side. Now we're going to shift across to the right hand side. Good. Back to the left, back to the right, top, we're going to come back down. Good. This time, whilst we're holding the heels 1 inch off the ground, 1 centimeter, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, back to center, up to the top. Now we're going to work circles. So we've gone from John Travolta to a little bit of Elvis. Good. And then anti-clockwise. And again, hips and shoulders are staying stationary, driving the stick down into the ground the whole time whilst we work through. Okay, there we are. So you can see that we've gone all the way from wrists, elbows, shoulders, into the chest, started to move the spine thoracically, we've gone into the hips, and then we've taken the knees and the ankles through. So that should have given you a nice time to warm up. Now you're ready, you can move on to some more advanced stick mobility exercises.